Yo, what's good everybody? I know I haven't been uploading much. I'm working on something very huge you guys will see next month. But here I am probably complaining about the game again. And I know I feel like every time I get on video, I'm always complaining or trying to say something negative about Draven Empire. That is not my intention. Only reason that I'm doing this is because I'm so passionate and I love the game so much. And I'm not trying to I know it's probably going to be so repetitive just hearing me complain, but I'm also not a person to fake how I feel or fake excitement for things. So I just try to keep it super real with the developers and also with you guys about how I've been feeling about the game. And yeah, as you guys kind of saw by the title and thumbnail, you guys kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be talking about. So I don't have anything planned, so it's probably just going to be a little bit of a yap session, but let's get straight into it. And the thing I want to talk about is brands not being everything in the game. Now, this is going to sound so ungrateful because I know for a fact they have definitely spent hundreds of thousands probably combined for all these brands. And bro, let me say this, we are so grateful for these. At least I could say I'm so grateful that they're going out and getting brands. I don't know why nothing's loading right now, but the fact that we have Porsche, we have Koenigsegg, we have basically most of everything that we've ever wanted in the game is insane. Bro, we have an SVJ in the game. That is insane. But I think what Draven Empire fails to understand, and I understand brands are such a big part of the game and they invest so much into it and they have to keep going with the brands. I think what Draven Empire fails to understand is that brands for sure are a big part of the game, but at this point it's just not enough. And that sounds so ungrateful and so horrible to say, but it's just not enough. People are still just bored of the game. They're just looking at the same surroundings all the time, and it's just not enough. Now, I do want to speak about one thing that could have obviously saved the game a lot in my opinion, and that would have been a completely new map. Now, I'm not going to be unrealistic and say that, I expected Draven Empire to not update for a while and then release a 100% revamped map, but I've always suggested to them release 50 or 75% of the map and then release little sections along the line, that would have been way more hype. But how am I supposed to make content on the new basketball court? You know what I mean? Okay, new section of the map, basketball court, pretty cool. It actually works, which is actually pretty nice. So let's go ahead and boom. And then I don't know where the ball went. I guess it just went flying. But yeah, it actually works. This is pretty cool. But what am I supposed to make content about? It'll be a 45-second video. And this building is all right, if I'm being honest. It's nothing too crazy. And then we do have this little new map section over here, right? Which is pretty cool. Look, let's go over here a little bit. So we do have the whole new building area, which looks beautiful and looks amazing. But what is this? Maybe a 2-3 minute video? There's nothing really much to speak about. It's crazy. We're getting these new map sections, which I'm grateful for. I can see they're putting effort into it, and the quality is amazing. But at the same time, why are we getting new map sections and everything just feels the same? I don't know if I'm just speaking for myself. Maybe I am just speaking for myself. I'm just giving my opinion. Maybe you guys can agree. Let me know down below in the comments. But I just wish to load into the game and see completely new surroundings. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying to revamp 100% of the game because that would take ages. But at least I just want to spawn in. I want to see something different. I want to see different grass. I want to see a different dealership. I want to see different parking lots. I want to see something completely different. I want to be whoa, what the heck? Everything's completely new. We're loading into the map and it's just still everything's the same. Oh, we have a little new building here. Everything just feels still the same. I don't know. I know I'm complaining a lot, and I do understand from Draven Empire's perspective. They've invested a lot into brands and they're going to keep doing brands, which is amazing. But if I'm being honest, at one point brands are just not enough. And I know that sounds crazy to say, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, because I'm definitely grateful they're over here getting licensed brands. But I've also heard it from other players that play different car games. All Draven Empire really has going for them is licensing, and this might be a controversial take, but I have to agree. I honestly have to agree. The event they've done recently is pretty good, but I think one kind of sad thing, and it's gonna sound very sad I guess, but what do we have to look forward to anymore in Draven Empire? At least for me. Yes, I know people want Dodge, they want Lexus, they want Bugatti, they want Ferrari. That is amazing. If they added that, that's absolute cinema. That's crazy. But let's be honest, bro. Everybody was begging for Koenigsegg. Nobody talks about it anymore. Nobody really cares. It's just normal in the game. Everybody was begging for the SVJ, for everything. The hype dies out so quick. It's not a long-lasting impact of an update. And not to say it's not good. Look, I'm driving Borges's STO right now, which is insane. This looks amazing. But it's not a long-lasting impact in the game. It's nothing crazy. It's not something that is going to be continuously talked about, in my opinion. It's just nothing that insane anymore, which sounds sad, but I guess we just, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking for me. I've just become so used to new brands, and it's fun and everything, but it's just not enough anymore. And yeah, that's just how I really feel. And as I was saying, back to my point, what do we have to look forward to, Christmas event next month, that should be exciting. Looks to be promising. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, that's to look forward to. But then what after? New brands? Okay, cool. Maybe Bugatti, Ferrari. I don't know about Ferrari, but maybe some new big brands in the future. Maybe Lexus, who knows? That's exciting. But then what? Nothing still to look forward to. Or maybe, oh, we could look forward to a huge map revamp. Maybe 50% or 75% of the map completely different. No, we're not having that anymore, because what it looks like to me is they're just gonna keep adding new sections until the map is completely new. And then what's exciting about that? Like, this is gonna sound crazy, but if Java Empire is gonna keep doing that, just keep it. Honestly, I'd rather just them not change anything about the map for like 6 months and then change 50% of it. Like, change something huge about it, because it's just not exciting, bro. Like, I can't even fake being excited about a brand new building. Like, okay, cool, we got a basketball court and what? Like, I don't know. There's just nothing to look forward to the game. And brands are cool, but like, how long can you look forward to new brands? It's been so long, and as I said so many times, it sounds so ungrateful, but I just feel like there's not much to look forward to the game, which does sound sad, but I'm just gonna be super honest with you guys. And yeah, Java Empire developers, if you guys are watching this, don't take this as hate. I'm not hating on what you guys are doing. I'm very respectful of what you guys are doing, and the fact that y'all have made history and are getting brands, and I can see you guys are putting effort. But in my opinion, I think you guys are just going about this the wrong way. Like, what is this? Why is this here? We had a nice parking lot here, and now we have this with a bunch of trash. Like, I don't know why they've added stuff like this. It just doesn't fit. And then we have a basketball court over here, which, like, I understand a basketball court does make sense in the city, but why is it right here in the mid-city? This would be something more on the outside of the city, like near maybe the dealership or the boats and stuff. But let's also be honest, we have like every brand that we've ever wanted in the game, basically. Besides, like, if I can think off the top of my head, maybe Lexus, maybe Ferrari, Bugatti, brands like that. Sure, brands like that. But what else do we really need? We don't need anything else. And then what? When we have that, everybody's gonna forget about it. Ferrari's gonna be normal in the game. Bugatti's gonna be normal in the game. There's not gonna be any more hype. And then what else? Everything is still the same about the game. Everybody's gonna keep complaining about how it's boring. We don't have anything. There's no incentives to look forward to. I mean, for example, look, we have a Lego 2x event. Let me say this. This event is amazing, by the way. This event is really, really good. I have nothing bad to say about this event. But we don't have anything exciting. Everything just feels the same. I don't know how we got a 2x Lego event and we don't get 2x cash event since like 2 years. It's been like since 2023. It's been that we haven't gotten like a 2x cash event. There's no incentives. There's nothing to like actually make you want to play the game besides new brands, and I think that's an issue. All right, so I am now recording this after I already finished recording for like 12 minutes, but I wanted to ask for secondary opinions. I don't know why I didn't think of this while recording my video, but I wanted to ask for more opinions, because obviously I'm just giving my opinions. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, or maybe I'm wrong, so I wanted to ask some other people. So I ended up asking, formerly known as ABC Glitched, Hydra. If you guys don't know, Hydra has been playing the game since 2019. Former like head moderator, has been playing the game for a while. I just wanted to ask players who've been playing for a while and care about the game, and I've seen what has gone right, what has gone wrong, and also my server. So let's go ahead and see what they had to say. All right, so here we have Hydra. I kind of just give him a rundown of like what I wanted for him to give his opinion on, and he said, I think having brand updates is fine, but having a new one each week, while at first is great, some people just don't care for 75% of the brands, unless it's something that's hyped right now. The logo event was also nice. It was something different from the other events, and we got unique stuff. He also said, I would want the updates to be more spread out, but currently seeing how Roblox is working right now, I think weekly is a thing you kind of have to do to keep the game around. And yeah, that is kind of true, I'm not gonna lie. And he also said, I'm just hoping the Lego event gave time to actually develop some other stuff. The map is probably something that a lot of people want, and I feel like December would be a great way of closing the year. If you want to delay it even more, make it early January, put a 2-week-long Christmas event that's well thought out and has some level of progression that way people are entertained while y'all work on stuff like that. This map, while it's getting some changes here and there, most of the normal map is still the same rough layout of what's been here for the past 2 to 3 years. You could even bring back one of the old Wayfort maps for like a weekend. At least people would enjoy taking a look at what used to be around, even though some races wouldn't work on it or exist. That's kind of like a good idea. I know they might probably not do this, but I actually do agree. That's kind of what I was talking about also before. Like, it's cool how we have like little new map sections, but like everything feels the same. Everything is like the same. Just because they have little new buildings or little new sections, it doesn't change anything about the game. That's why I said I'd rather them just honestly keep it. I know it sounds ungrateful, but keep it. And work on a big like 50%, 75% revamp they could release, and release it like 6 months down the line, because honestly there's nothing exciting about these new buildings. Like, they could honestly just keep it, if I'm being honest. He also said, another thing I feel like the game is missing consistency when it comes to car models. I know it takes a lot to each model, but I feel like they could test it, just go over problems or things that don't work. It's small things that when you notice you can't not see them. And yeah, that's honestly true. Last thing he said, I just hope that whenever they do events like the one they are doing right now, they give more time into upcoming things. I feel like these times right now are great for preparing for the last weeks. We'll gladly help them with model QA if that means textures, customization, or visual stuff isn't broken. I don't know how much people they got for that, but I think they should get more people for that sometimes. Seeing how one of the battery convertible was severely broken when it was released and still has problems today. And last thing he said is the upgrading system should be reversed back to what it was before. I honestly not upgraded a car in months because of how this one worked. And as Hydra being a former head moderator and literally seeing how the game has worked since it literally started, I feel like his opinion is very, very valuable. And I mean, I feel like it would be cool if he was a QA. I mean, Nick is on the team now, and Nick definitely knows about Hydra. So Hydra being on the QA team would definitely be good. And I do feel like they actually do need a little bit more people that is outside of Vodettes for QA, because a lot of things end up coming like messed up and like they're very, very obvious, and sometimes they're really, really bad, and you question like, did they even really test the cars at all like before? Like, how did they miss this, you know? So yeah, I do agree with a lot of that, but now let's go ahead and, you know, see what ABC Glitch has to say. And here's what ABC had to say. Something's wrong with the game currently. Licensed cars are still the only thing used to excite players. While we've had them for 2 years, it's just not that good of an update. Brands are enough. Like, people don't get crazy over new brands now, unless like something like Ferrari gets added. After being told for around the 3rd time the map will come out by set date, we are most likely going to have another yet delay, and the whole map isn't coming out at once. Dang, that's very true. New many areas of the map suck. Having half of the map at once would be the best possible nets to go option instead of all of it at once. But a random basketball area, optimization is still bad. I don't know how it's so much worse than older Drive Empire. This is one that's really big. I understand they have like a new rendering system. I've talked to developers about this, but like, it is crazy that it's worse than older Drive Empire. That's a little bit concerning. No content is in the game currently to keep people entertained for a long period of time. Lego event doesn't count as it's not permanent. True. Nothing new has been added. Yes, licensed cars are new, blah blah blah, but we don't have a new quest system or anything similar. No new races to keep people excited. Yes, there has been NASCAR races, but that's NASCAR races. No new races like Around the World, City Dash, or anything else. Events recently, other than the Lego one, which even with that I can note some things, hasn't been that good. Halloween, for example, no effort is put into the game, or at least this is what it feels like. It just feels like new licensed car, here, enjoy, then that's it. Nothing else is added. And honestly, I have to very much agree with what ABC is saying. It's really like, I don't know, I feel like he said it perfectly. Like, yes, it's new brands, blah blah blah, but nothing new feels like it's added. And it's kind of sad in a way, because I know they work hard to get these brands, but like 75% of the brands most people really don't care about. We get new brands, but the game just still feels the same. It's like, it feels, it's gonna sound ungrateful once again, and I'm gonna keep saying that because I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I know they work hard to get these, but it's like we have all these brands, all these cars in the game, but nothing feels new. It's like all these brands that we're getting, it's not fixing the game. It's not making the game good. Brands are just simply not enough. It doesn't feel like new content. And it's really sad, but I mean, I think that's very, very well how ABC explained it. So yeah, last thing though, I did ask my server. As you guys can see, I made an announcement in my server, and I said, making a video, what do you guys think the game could actually do to make it feel fun again and more interesting to play, like besides brands? What would you like to see that you think would have a long-lasting impact to make you play the game a lot? Because I want to get my server's opinion, obviously. And my server had to say, have social servers, kind of like global matchmaking, but for making friends. I think it would help the community come together more easily. And I told him to further elaborate because I didn't really understand what he was saying. And he said it could be an option to go on a server where everyone is talking, sort of having like a special version of the game strictly for socializing. And I kind of did agree with this, but I think it's just like, what I really said is, I think the audience is way younger compared to 2 years ago where a lot of more people talked. So I just feel like a lot of the audience is just so much younger that they don't even know how to like type comments or type anything. So that's just kind of a problem where like, I don't think socializing server would really help a lot because people just are way younger and just don't speak now. So I think it's like kind of an issue where like game wise, it can't really be fixed like that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. And this person had a very, very good suggestion. Things which can make the game better in my opinion. More roleplay stuff such as jobs, more fun events, better optimization, graphics, and chassis. Also, refined tuning system, redoing the vehicle stat system because the current one feels outdated. Better models, better races, new map, new features like lighting which you can customize, etc. Better community, realistic sense of speed, new private server menu, better weather. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Models at the start were pretty good, but now I feel like the quality is dying out. So yeah, that's a thing that's been mentioned a lot of times. Consistency with models, and I do agree. I feel like sometimes there is like not an equal amount of consistency with models. And not to say they don't work hard or some of them don't look good, but there's definitely, you could tell some of them are very, very rushed and more like low effort is put into them. But I also do understand Vodettes' like perspective, because I feel like Drive Empire, like just to like at least, you know, give them a little bit of credit, I feel like Vodettes at one point did try to go like more quality over quantity, but we didn't really give them the choice to do that. I do remember like a long time ago, maybe close to a year, like 8 months ago, they did have a poll in the Drive Empire server where they were like, should we do updates weekly or every 2 weeks? And everyone voted for a week. So I feel like they were trying to go that direction, but we also left them no choice at the end. So I will give them a little bit of credit. But yeah, as I just said, I do feel like, especially with the event, you know, the 2-week progression thing, I feel like they should take a lot more time to work on future things like the map and stuff that's going to have a more long-lasting impact. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to get everybody else's opinion on it, and I feel like I do agree with a lot of the stuff that people had to say. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Join my Discord down below, link in the description. Follow all my socials, also in the link in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good one, everybody, and bye.